You're listening to Backlog Banter with your host, SerialK86.
Hello, greetings, and konnichiwa, everyone, to another episode of Backlog Banter. In case you're wondering if the sound quality is better on my end, on my mic, well, that's because I got myself a new mic after the previous episode. It's a ProMate Tweeter 7. It's a plug-and-play mic. It has an AUX connectivity, 3.5 millimeters, and a 180 centimeters of cable length. So, for this future episodes, the sound quality on my mic will be, if you notice, it's a little better than my headset mic. That was awful. It's not perfect, but you can still hear some noise, but at least it's better than ever. Anyway, I rambled for too long. I better start introducing my guest. Gonna let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
What is up, Backlog Banner Nation? I'm your guest, Pesky Palette. Let's get right into the gaming! I planned that, so...
Okay, you were prepared for this then, huh?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay, that's nice.
I've never done this before. I've never done a podcast, so...
You've done,
stream.
Streaming and video. What is it called again? Shit.
Video essays.
Video essays. Sorry. Yes. So yeah.
I mean, it's more of a description than a video essay. So whatever.
I know, because it's mostly off the cuff. Nothing. Not everything is pre-planned. So, you're a palette, and what do you do on the internet?
Well, I make videos. I'm currently studying animation here, and I'm currently going to college to study animation.
Nice.
So, yeah, and in my, I don't have a lot of free time now, so I don't really post much, but at the moment, I'm currently trying to do some video essays, some retrospectives on, pieces of media and the production of movies, TV shows, and all that. Stuff that interests me. And yeah, that's mainly what I do now. I used to do YTPs, but
we even had
really anymore.
We even had a tennis match where we used Some Call Me Johnny 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was fun.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I stopped the match after round 4, but whatever.
That's okay.
Okay. Used to make YTP.
Good match, though. Good match.
Yeah. I had fun. Not gonna lie. Okay. So you study animation. You do video essays. You used to make YTPs. By the way, I said this before on Twitter, but I really love your Sonic Boom retrospective. If you're interested in anyone who's listening to this, I'm gonna put a link in the description, but you should really check the Sonic Boom retrospective by Palette. A great video essay about the history of the Boom series, and how Sega handled it. Good stuff, good information. But really informative.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you.
Anyway. So usually when we do this show, I let my guests talk about their picks and discuss them. But since you told me about your picks beforehand, I'm gonna flip the table and start with my picks first. For my picks, I'm gonna go with the Mega Man and Mega Man 2. Those games were released between 1987 and 1988 for the NES, and they were developed and published by Capcom. They're action side-scrollers, and they're pretty similar to each other, but we're gonna start talking first with the first Mega Man game, because
one I suck at.
The one you suck at. Everyone sucked at this one.
I've actually beaten Mega Man 2, but I've never beaten the first one.
Oh.
It's one of the more difficult ones, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the first Mega Man game, the problem is, it's a little difficult compared to the sequel. But yeah, for the first game, it was released in '87 originally for the NES by Capcom, and yeah, the story is simple. Dr. Light created robots that served humanity in the year 2000X, and some of them went rogue. Among them were 6 robots called the Robot Masters. But it turns out they were controlled by Dr. Light's old rival, Dr. Wily. And so Dr. Light decided to take one of his robots, Rock, and enhance him with battle abilities to fight these master robots and stop Dr. Wily. This robot became known as Mega Man. And so he goes to an adventure where he tries to stop the 6 master robots, Robot Masters, and Dr. Wily. And that's about it. So, yeah, this game, the problem with the first game, with Mega Man, is that, there are action side-scroll where you go into like a gauntlet of enemies and obstacles until you meet the boss, which is the Robot Master. But what's unique about this is that every robot, when you defeat a Robot Master, you have to you can take their special weapon. And what's special about these special weapons is that they can be powerful on they can be effective on other Robot Masters. So you have to know which Robot Master you should tackle first, and which special weapon is effective on that on other Robot Masters. Like for example, let's see, let me try to remember. I played this game. Yeah. Because it's the problem with this is which Robot Master you should start fighting with against.
Oh man. It's always Bomb Man for me, or Guts Man. I usually pick Bomb Man because the stage is easier.
Bomb Man. Oh yeah. Personally, I go with Cut Man. He's a little easier, in my opinion. Hold on. Give me a minute. So tell us a quick summary, a quick history. What do you think of the first Mega Man? While I get something here, real quick.
Yeah. So first Mega Man is like a lot of growing pains for the series. It's like you can tell they were starting out, but the foundation was there, so it's interesting, Sorry, I don't have much to say, but
no, it's okay.
It hasn't already been said.
I'm back. Cause I played cause this game was re-released on many systems, on compilations. The one I played was the Legacy Collection. It was released on PC, Xbox One, and Switch, and Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation 4. So, yeah, for the Legacy Collection, it comes with what is called a cheat sheet. Basically, it's a sheet of a chart that tells you which special weapon you get from a Robot Master, and which weapon is effective on other Robot Masters. So, for example, Cutman's ability is called Rolling Cutter, and it's effective on Elec Man.
Yeah.
Yes. And Elec Man gives you Elec Beam, and it's effective on Iceman. And Iceman gives you Ice Slasher, which is effective on Fireman, and so forth, and so forth. So, yeah, it's important to know which Robot Master you should tackle first, and which one you should go next. Because there's like an what is it called, a rock paper scissors element to it. Because there's there are special weapons that are ineffective on other Robot Masters. It doesn't really work. So that's the problem. But for newcomers, I really recommend getting the Legacy Collection. For people who've never played the games like me.
You could just emulate it. So, thing.
That too, but the Legacy Collection comes with something great. It's called what is it called? Rewind. Where you just hold one of the shoulder buttons and it rewinds like a VHS tape. I know it's perfect for newcomers, but you can turn it off from options. I don't know. But for, if you're a newcomer, this feature is pretty handy for you, and especially for the first game, because the first game is infamous for its difficulty compared to the sequels.
I remember not getting far in the first game. It's been a while since I've played it. It's been like years, like 5 years, 6 years. Very long since I played the first game. I remember it being like way harder compared to this. Compared to the second one, it's way harder. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Because it's way less refined. Like, controls aren't that refined compared to like the sequels, because the sequels, they nail that stuff. They nail like all the physics and all that, but like.
And I believe the falling physics. I believe the falling physics is not the same. I think Mega Man falls like a rock in the first game, which is annoying in the.
Really have much.
Yeah, a pain in the ass, especially when you play Gutsman stage.
With the falling platforms and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why you go with Bomb Man first, because not only the easiest boss to take down first, he also has the easier stage compared to Gutsman, because Gutsman, falling platforms is like one of the first obstacles in that stage.
Yes.
You have to learn that shit.
Yes.
So you probably shouldn't go for Gutsman first.
Yes.
Go for Bomb Man.
Yeah, so either Bomb Man or in my case Cutman, because that's who I went with when I first played the game way back on. This is because I beat it recently, but this is not the first time I played the game, because I played it back in 2014, or is it 15? I played the eShop, the virtual console version on the Wii U. And I tried to beat that game, but I made it all the way to Wily stage, and after that I just quit. But
I never even made it that far.
Yeah.
I think the farthest I've gone was Iceman stage. I beat Bomb Man, Gutsman, Electman. Then I stopped at Iceman. I don't remember going past that.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't remember beating Iceman and going Fireman stage.
To be perfectly honest, I used a lot of save states for my Wii U run back in 2014. But that was a pain in the ass anyway. So the game is still hard even with save states. So whether you're gonna go authentic NES experience, or it's still gonna give you a hard time. So the first game is a little hard, but there's stuff. Oh yeah.
A little hard.
Okay. Not a little hard. Too hard. Okay. Yeah. That's an understatement calling it a little hard. The first game, I've recently learned that it didn't sell well when it was first released on the NES. But it was a miracle that Capcom decided to greenlight a sequel. And so this takes us to our next game in the. And I think the developers had to only work on it in their free time or something. Yes, I heard.
This was just a passion project.
Yes. So we have Mega Man 2, the sequel to the first Mega Man. And yeah, the developers worked like Pallet says, the developers worked on it on their free time. They put it all on this one. It was a passion project. The Robot Masters, the soundtrack, the gameplay. The sequel is much more refined. And it has a feature that was lacking from the first game, a difficulty option. Because you have two difficulty options. You go with either normal.
You get a difficulty select.
Yes, you go with. I think you either go with normal or difficult. So
that's exclusive to US, I think, because Japan only got the difficult option. That was the only option, like the default option. So we all played it on normal. So I'm pretty sure some people who are watching this are just no, you should have played on difficult. That's the true experience. It's and I just want to have fun.
Fuck that. Yeah. I went with the normal difficulty, and it was a much better time. I can totally see why many fans of the series swear by 2 as the perfect starting point. Because it's much more accessible, the gameplay is more refined. But the story, there's nothing to discuss. after his defeat in the first game,
Basically the same.
yeah, Dr. Wily decided to take revenge, so he built more robot masters to try to take over the world, and so Mega Man goes to a quest to stop them. Again. And that's about it. So, anyway, so yeah, like I said, the sequel is an improvement when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to the difficulty choices, when it comes to soundtrack, a lot more memorable. I really enjoyed the sequel. I had a better time with this one than the first game. Definitely, I didn't have to use the rewind feature that often with the sequel, unlike the first one, which was a pain in the ass. So, which, you've beaten Mega Man 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which Robot Master did you start with first?
Metal Man. I mean, that's like the most normie pick you could pick. Like, oh, you have to pick Metal Man. He has the best weapon. But like, it's true. I have to pick Metal Man.
Oh, yeah, because I remember I asked on Twitter, because like I said, I have the cheat sheet here. They tell you which, I've never played Mega Man 2, so I'm completely oblivious to which weapon is the strongest. So I asked people on Twitter, which Robot Master should I go with first? And Gumshoe Gamer, shout out to him, told me either go with Metal Man or Flash Man. So I went with Flash Man.
Flashman's a good pick too, but I also heard that Airman was a good first pick, which is like kind of odd, which is like you probably heard of the meme like, oh, I can't beat Airman. You probably remember that meme, that song. It was like really old internet. It's like
No.
there's a song called I Can't Defeat Airman.
Never.
It's like really old internet.
Gonna have to look this up. So Airman is supposed to be. Oh, Airman is. Yeah, because I think Airman was like the 7th Robot Master I tackled. After that, I went with and Crash Man was the final one.
That actually, I think, and the thing I like about Mega Man 2 is that it's a bit more flexible about which order you can go to. I mean, I have my preferred order, but you said your last one was Crash Man.
Yes.
But
he's super.
I think
Yeah?
What were you about to say?
Crash Man, he was the last Robot Master. He was easily defeated with the air shooter from Airman.
I always go with Heatman last because, by that point, you pretty much, in my preferred route, you pretty much have everything at that point, so you could use a lot of stuff a lot easier in Heatman stage. You don't have to do the disappearing block puzzle. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. It's like, that's also a part of the song, Can't Defeat Airman. It's about kid who can defeat Heatman stage. So like,
you get the item number 2 or 3.
Yeah, item number 2, like the
the jet. Yeah, that's pretty much break the level in half. Yeah, but for my playthrough, I went as the order in the aforementioned cheat sheet. So
cheat.
It's like cheap. Anyway, definitely if you're new to the series, go with Mega Man 2. I should have went with that game honestly, because it was easier, had a better time with it, and even Wily stage. The Wily stage is a little easier compared to the one from Mega Man 1, because like I said, they refined the difficulty for the sequel. Also, something important, which became the standard later. This game has 8 Robot Masters, which became the standard for all the Mega Man games from that point forward. Because in the first game there were like 6 Robot Masters only. And that's why for the PSP remake for the first game, which is called again Mega Man.
They added 2 Robot Masters. Yeah, I remember. Of course, I didn't have a PSP, so I never played Powered Up. Remake.
Yeah, they made 2 Robot Masters, Time Man and Oil Man.
Time Man and Racially Insensitive Man.
Yeah, exactly. I think they had to change his color for the international release.
I remember, and then later they had to put a bandana on, like feature appearances in the Archie comics and stuff. I had to put a bandana on him because of.
Oh yeah. So he's. I so far I only played Mega Man 1 and 2, but I'm planning on getting back into this series after I finish another game I'm currently playing right now. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoyed Mega Man 2, and I can't wait to get into the other games of the series. I'm playing, like I said, the Legacy Collection version, which contains all the NES games in one collection, Mega Man 1 through 6. And yeah, I can't wait to get into the rest of the games later. I am definitely looking forward to it. So, those were my picks. Like I said, not much to discuss. But, for my guest, she has plenty to talk about for her picks. Because I played both of the games she's about to talk about. So, what games you picked for your...
Okay, so for my first pick, I guess I'll start off with the one I have less to talk about. Not because it's bad or anything, but simply because I have less to talk about. Because, this is from a series I'm not that into. Like, this is literally my first game of the series. Rayman Origins. This one, developed and published by Ubisoft. I don't know which division of Ubisoft developed this. I don't know if this is Montreal or Montpellier or whatever.
We know it's Michael and Michel Ancel, the
Michel
original. Yes, the original.
Michel Ancel,
Yeah,
I know he created him. I know he directed this one. And yeah, the Rayman series has like a long storied history. Dating back in like mid-90s.
And just like a blue hedgehog, it transitioned to 3D, but then it decided to return back to 2D.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess this is like the reboot, I guess. So
yes, Origins is pretty much.
I don't know much about this stuff. This is a 2D platformer, so
yes.
Go from point A to point B, jump down platforms, go through obstacles and all that. Standard stuff. Let's get the main thing that makes us stand out of the way, the art style. So
yes.
it has like this very cartoony, very exaggerated art style. Exaggerated facial expressions, and the entire game is done with 3D animation and with hand-painted backgrounds, hand-drawn animation. So I think it's actually. I've seen the animation, and I think it's actually tweened. I don't know about that. Tweening is basically like moving the pan cop feature in like Sony Vegas. Move it around a bit, and it happens.
Okay.
That's what tweening is. And from the looks of things, I think it might be partially hand-drawn, frame by frame, and partially tweening, like the combination of the both.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I bet you're an animation student, so you know this kind of stuff more than I do.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it has a gorgeous art style, memorable soundtrack. Cute and memorable soundtrack. This game has plenty of personality. Definitely. I mean, more in the sequel, but we don't. Yeah,
absolutely. I haven't gotten to the sequel yet. But,
same.
Maybe after I'm done with this one, I'll jump to the second one, because the second one just looks, on the subject of the art style, it looks a lot more gorgeous. Like, literally every frame of painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. They really amped up like the hand-painted aspect of it. So, yeah, they really amped up the hand-painted aspect of it for the sequel, and it looks really nice. It looks really gorgeous. That's good. It's good, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of familiar with this series. I played the first one back in the 90s. Never beaten it because it's so fucking hard. That's the problem.
Yeah,
with the
I've heard.
Yeah.
I may not have played anything from the series, but I know a lot about it because
No, I've heard about it in passing. And with my favorite YouTubers, Nitro Red, he's done like the whole series on the Rayman trilogy. And, like,
Kadikarus also made a review of a video about the first game. He's also a fan of the game.
yeah, I knew that. And I said I haven't actually played anything from the series before. I think that's actually a lie. I just remembered, like, way back in the day, like way back when I was like 13-ish, so like 5 years ago. I played the mobile version of Rayman 2. You know, they released Rayman 2 on iOS, so they had a demo out, a light version.
Yeah.
So I played a bit of that. I don't think I got that far in it. I think I don't know, it kind of sucked. The mobile version,
yeah.
I should probably get it. Yeah, I mean, it's like the mobile version. So
Yeah,
I
probably.
figured that it sucked. Most mobile versions of console games just kind of slow.
I've heard the classic Sonic games aren't too bad.
Yes. Yeah, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic CD, those are on there. Those are all free, actually. They're part of that Sega Forever initiative. It's like, all their games are free, but they just have ads, and you pay like $2 to remove them, so it's like a really good deal. So like,
okay.
yeah, so I used to play those remakes quite a bit for, but I had to delete them due to
Okay, so back.
They're gonna have an face.
Okay, back to Rayman. So I'm like I said, I'm a little familiar with the series. I played Rayman Mega Man. I played the original Mega Man, never beaten it. Then played the sequel Mega Man 2. Mega Man. What the hell? Rayman. I was talking about Rayman. What the hell? Anyway, so back to Rayman. So I played Rayman 1 on the original PlayStation, never beaten it. Then played Rayman 2, which was released on the PlayStation, and the PlayStation 2, and the Dreamcast. Yeah, because
that's also PS1,
yes.
Dreamcast, and it's basically released on everything.
Yes,
it's like one of those games where they release it on everything.
Yeah, I played the PS1 version. That's the one I'm familiar with.
I think that I've heard that one was like kind of a downscaled version of it.
Yeah, I heard that later.
A lot of stuff got removed compared to like the Dreamcast version, the Nintendo 64 version, basically every other version.
Yeah, I heard that later. But yeah, the PS1 version is the one.
They downscaled the content for like voice acting and shit, but like, really?
Yeah. And then there was the Mega Man. Again with Mega Man. Rayman. Okay. So yeah, and I played the Rayman 3, which was a little different. I only played it like once. I got a remaster later, but whatever. But after that, yeah, I played a little bit of those Raving Rabbits, that mini game one. And after that,
after that, they stick over everything. They fucked him over.
Yeah. It was really gonna be an actual Rayman game before it became a Mario Party knockoff.
Living game collection. Yeah.
But you know, we later got the Rayman Origins, so it's all good.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I played Rayman Origins back in 2013. Actually, I used to play it co-op with my nephews when they were really. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game has co-op. How was it actually? You know, because I don't really have any options to play it because I'm playing it on my computer and my PC and my laptop. So you know.
I played it on my. Yeah, I played on my PS3 with my nephews way back in the day, like 2013 or 2012. But it was a long time ago. We never beaten it. We never finished it. But we made it way too far. And let me tell you, there were some good times. There were some frustrating times. I'm glad this game doesn't have a life system. because there was some obstacles, parts in the game that, for kids at their age can frustrate them. And some a little bit awkward moments with the nymphs and all.
Oh god, the nymphs.
Yeah.
I actually had forgotten about the nymphs. It's like just seeing them again just unlocked like the 13-year-old in my brain who saw this game like for the first time in like trailers and stuff. It's like, oof. I'd be a little too risque to talk about them. So like,
yeah, I'm surprised this game. I think. Let me see. Did it? Which rating did it got? Did it got E?
it got like an E10.
Okay,
E10, I think.
E10. Okay, E10. So yeah, I'm surprised I'm surprised it didn't hit T, but okay, whatever.
A lot like Ante. It's like
yeah, this game is tame compared to the Shantae. Wasn't this
everywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Isn't this like, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna talk about something else, but never mind. So, yeah, okay, just checked. The game was released in 2011. Okay, so it's not 12, 13, but yeah, I played it with my nephews in 12 and 13. Never finished it, but we had some good time. Oh, let's see. So this game, okay, before we move on, yeah, just a reminder. This game, like you said, was just some sort of a reboot of some sort, because the game says, I'm reading the plot from Wikipedia here. Okay, so it says at the beginning of the game, Bubble Dreamer Rayman and his best friend Glowbox, the frog thing, the blue frog thing, and a couple of teensies. Friends are caught chilling at the Bubble Dreamer's resting grounds. The snowing tree. Okay, they think they pissed off a group,
old lady.
Yeah, I think they called the Livid Dead, and then they get angry and they start making trouble. And then they started capturing the nymphs, and so Rayman and Glowbox have to go rescue the nymphs and save the world from the so-called Livid Dead.
Yeah, and I just realized something about the nymphs. Like, I was rewatching the trailer before I started replaying the game, and I saw that one of the nymphs actually created. So, like, technically, they're. I don't even know if I should say it. It's just like, they're MILFs. Because they technically created me, and they're technically.
Yes. They created Rayman.
Oh god.
The nymphs.
Technically, they're MILFs.
Oh. MILFs.
Oh god.
Nymph
This
MILFs.
is definitely getting age restricted.
Yeah.
Like Susan Wojcicki is watching over us. It's like these two skiddly dippers. They're talking about fairy cities. Being hypnotized. We must fuck them up.
Oh god, this went places. Anyway,
yeah,
let's see.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, we said what is it I wanted to talk about?
We were talking about the plot or something?
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to summarize it. Sending an evil.
Yeah.
Okay, disturbed. Yeah, the old. You said there's an old granny. Yeah, the old granny from the Living Live Dead retaliates for sending an evil army of horrendous creatures, the Dark Toons. He was being woke up. So yeah, they have to fight the Dark Toons, the Living Dead, the Livid Dead, and rescue the nymphs. Well, and one of them happens to be Rayman's mom. Technically.
And technically, and the rest of them are their aunts, I guess. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think.
I guess. I
Also,
mean, there's nothing in the game saying that they're related.
mm,
They're sisters or something. Like, I think we should just avoid talking about the nymphs.
yeah. Just one last thing we should mention. The game is unique, being the first game that doesn't have any English dialogue. Because the first game was like first couple cutscenes, and then the rest they speak a little bit. But this one is unique that every line in the game is spoken in what is called Pig Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you take the last
You
letter.
take the last letter and
You put it in the as the first. And you add
you
A.
you take the first letter and then you put it in the back. Add A.
And then add A.
The A suffix. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea of Pig Latin. Must be a pain in the ass for the voice actors.
Voice actor. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was unique. I think they did the same also for Rayman Legends. I need to check that game one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the game has co-op. No life system, so it's a little easier and accessible for people who are beginners for side scrollers. It can be a little difficult sometimes, but there's also a different. But it's not it's not impossible. It's doable.
Yeah. I'm not that far into it myself so far, but currently on the third world. That's like the ice world with all the food.
Oh, have you rescued the nymph yet?
Yep.
Oh, that's the one that I mentioned when they talk about awkward moments. If you know how she designed, yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah. And
okay,
like the bulkiest one.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
Okay, we'll stop talking about the nymphs.
Oh God. And you've seen like the nymph from Rayman 1, like the very first game.
Yeah.
How'd they go from that design to?
Yeah, they really cranked up the
bosom.
Yes.
Oh,
this is what
I'm gonna like this.
Okay, this is why I decided to push your picks for the last, because I knew there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Rayman Origins and the other game you gotta talk about. So yeah, like I said, Rayman Origins, if you've never played a Rayman game, it doesn't hurt if you go with this one, because it's self-contained. You don't have to play the previous one to play this one. Can't go wrong with Origins, and then after that you play Legends. Fun 2D platformers and a lot more accessible than the first game.
Yeah, and it's like controls, and like, can I just gush about the controls for a bit, because they're really good.
Be my guest.
Oh God, it's like so smooth, like Jesus Christ. It's like thing is, I had actually played this game before, Rayman Origins, like before getting it on PC and all that. They had a demo for it on the 3DS eShop. So like, there's some downgrades. Like I think the frame rate was lower, so
yeah.
Then just like, I think the frame rate was lower on 3DS, but so
aside from that,
yeah, and because the frame rate was lower, I think the controls felt like a little less responsive. So I think it's actually like 30 frames per second on 3DS, but like I didn't have a whole lot of memories of that demo, so like, then just moving over to PC is like, wow, what? It's like, God, I don't remember the controls feeling this good. Like, jeez. It's like.
I believe the game is also running 60 FPS on consoles as well.
I figure.
Yeah. I played the PS3 version, so yeah, I remember it was running on solid 60. I think even also at co-op. So yeah. Like I said, it controls perfectly and responsive, especially if you play it on a PC or a console. As long as it's not a 3DS.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like again, I don't really remember all that well.
Yeah. And
it's been a long time, and my 3DS is like dead, so I can't really go back to it.
Meh. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's an inferior.
It's like a few years ago I had dropped it like a fucking idiot, and then it just like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So that was like my. That was like, to play a lot of Pokemon Y on that. I had a whole team and everything.
You know,
I was about to go competitive. Ruined my dreams. This ruined my dreams.
you know, I just realized it was never released. It was never re-released on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 or Xbox One.
Rayman Origins?
Origins, yes, because Legends was released there.
Really? Rayman Origins wasn't re-released yet? I could have sworn it was.
It wasn't released on 8th gen consoles. Legends was released.
I could have sworn, like, I heard some announcement about it, like, it could have just been confusing with Legends.
It's Legends.
Something.
Legends got an Xbox One and PlayStation 4. They even made we discussed. I think we discussed this with Melee Mario. They even made a commercial with Snoop Dogg of all people.
Rayman
Legends. They did a commercial with Snoop Dogg promoting the game.
Wow.
Why Snoop Dogg? I don't know.
Sometime.
Oh yeah, he promotes a lot of games. He did Spyro Reignited. Spyro Reignited, Tekken 2.
He does anything. Do you remember that time, like, in the music video with like this boy band, Big Time Rush? He does anything with anyone. I feel.
Yeah, he's that
Right.
chill. As long as you pay him good, he'll do anything. I mean, he appeared in Katy Perry's California Girls, of all people.
Yeah.
And Jason Derulo. So yeah, he'll agree on anything as long as you pay him good. He'll sell it.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we discussed that Spyro Reignited thing. It was weird. Anyway, so is that everything we can discuss about Rayman Origins?
I guess we could talk about the levels, but like otherwise, besides that, I think that's really about it. We can actually discuss the levels.
Oh yeah, that has
Don't
multiple
know.
themes, just like the original. Just like the original Mega Man. Every world has a unique theme, and it's obvious here that they went with that for Rayman Origins as well.
And the themes are pretty creative. Like,
Yes.
it's just like a regular grassland, but like second world onwards, that's when the themes start getting really creative.
Yes.
And the second world was like this music desert land.
Yeah, and there's like there's like
And again, like I mentioned earlier, the third world, which I'm currently on right now,
yes.
yeah, that's like the ice world with all the food.
Yes. Yeah, food. Yeah, food. And yeah, I know. And that's about it. We're not gonna discuss another thing from that world. So you're currently at the ice world. I think there's still like 2 more or something.
Oh, really? Only 2 more?
2 more worlds. I think. Let me check. Yeah, I think there's like 5 or 6 worlds. And there's like a hidden world, the Land of the Living Dead, which is I think you have to collect all the ruby teeth or whatever.
Elatoon is like saying that pink things.
Yeah.
And the pink things you get for like completing certain challenges. Those yellow things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played the game in quite a while, so I need to get to that game one day. It's cool. But yeah, I need to get that game one day.
Yeah, good game.
Good game.
Good game. Great game.
Okay. Yes, definitely.
Awesome game. Outstanding game. Amazing game. Yes.
Yes.
Good game.
Good. Great. Awesome. Amazing.
Awesome. Outstanding.
Amazing.
All I did was press A.
So, is that it on Rayman Origins?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
So, shall we move on to your next pick?
So we
I'm-
just referenced like a Sonic game, so that was just like the perfect segue, because my next game is a Sonic game.
Yep.
Because like of course, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm like a big Sonic fan. So
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're a bigger Sonic fan than I am.
me,
I'm a
so me
casual.
coming on to a gaming podcast to talk about Sonic is like the most predictable thing that I could ever do.
Perfect.
Yep.
So you've recently, you've recently played a Sonic game. Care to tell us what it is?
Sonic Adventure 2, bitch. Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic
Yeah,
Adventure
so-
2. Yeah, it was published in 2001 by Sega and developed by Sonic Team
And
USA.
developed by Sonic Team.
Yes.
Yes, in San Francisco.
Yep.
Thank
Sonic Team USA by was it still was it this the one led by Yuji Naka?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. All I know is that it's in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was in San Francisco. That's why the city and cityscape looks like something from San Francisco.
That looks like that. Why
Yes.
it looks like that.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna let you talk about the game. Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, Sonic Adventure 2 is just like one of those games. Actually, Sonic Adventure 2, like, it's like a big shocker coming from me, like the big Sonic fan. It's like, oh, you've never played Sonic Adventure 2? No, not really. I mean, I played like the original Sonic Adventure, the first Sonic Adventure,
Yes.
religiously. I had that on like PC. I have it on PC now. I just played both of them back to back just to like compare the two so that I could talk about it here.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went back to play the original Sonic Adventure, I was intending to just like I'll just play a couple levels from Sonic's campaign. I just went through the whole campaign, the entirety of it. Yeah,
Yeah, because
you know it's not really it's really not a long campaign. It's like skip all the cutscenes and all that. It's like under 2 hours.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really that long, but I feel the original Sonic Adventure, though it gets a bad rap now, but you know, it kinda doesn't deserve it. It's like I think at least 2/3 of the gameplay styles are good. You know, and like one of them is just okay. The last one is no, I really shouldn't rag on the cat.
Big the cat. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, Big the Cat's like one ever like big.
Honestly, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't bring him back for Sonic Adventure 2. At least for I'm talking about the gameplay.
Fishing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Big's fishing stuff. Fishing gameplay in this wasn't bad. Like really inappropriate for a Sonic game, and that's why everyone doesn't like him. But like just going through it is just fine for me. I can deal with it. I can tolerate it. It's like I don't want it back.
Then again, you played
Anyway.
SA1 religiously.
Yeah,
I only-
religiously is like
Yeah, I only played the 1 and 2 once back in 2016.
I remember that. I remember
Yeah, I was
about it and all that.
I was covering that on Twitch.
Yeah, like you usually do.
Yeah, like I usually do. Anyway, so for Sonic Adventure 2, they went really all out with the story, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Sonic being
Me, like
framed for something, and then the
Sonic Yes, so again, like Rayman Origins, I haven't completed this one yet. I'm still in the middle of the hero story, haven't completed the dark story, haven't even started the dark story, actually. So I'm in the middle of the hero story, just like after the part where Eggman pisses on the moon.
Yeah.
So,
I like that, Obama.
I'm pressing on the moon, you idiot! Oh god.
It's
I
an.
got to that cutscene, it's just like, I stop thinking about that.
I am.
And when
I am glad I didn't. I played this game before the Snapcube dub became a thing.
yeah.
I didn't watch it in its entirely, only like segments of it. But I need to watch the
Yeah.
whole thing. I need to watch the whole thing.
And the whole thing is just like golden. You should check out like all their other fan dubs afterwards.
Yeah, I'm.
So I think
yeah,
they did a Sonic 06 one that's like as long as like a full feature length film.
yeah,
They
yeah,
also
yeah.
did one for Sonic Riders.
Yeah, I think I checked
They
that.
also did that one.
They're all on my watch later
Later?
list.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give them a
So,
watch later. Anyway, back to SA2.
I'm pretty sure my girlfriend is going to be listening to this, and she's going to be really happy because she
Yes.
hates SA2.
She hates SA2.
Oh god, and
I
she'll
would-
be happy to know that I don't think this game is as good as the first.
Oh.
You know, so far.
Okay.
But like,
Care to
no, I don't think
elaborate?
it's better. No. I mean, it's not. Here's the thing. You don't mean that like, oh, this game is fucking awful. I mean like that. It's like, oh. After hearing about it for so long, I'm just like, oh, is that really it?
Oh.
After hearing like everyone just around me hype it, like, oh, it's like, oh, this is one of the best Sonic games. This is like peak 3D Sonic. And then you have like the other side going, no, this is actually one of the worst. And it's like, a lot of expectations in my head, and it's just like, oh, this one's just okay.
So you think it's okay, just not as good as SA1?
Yeah. So like, and I think the main problem with this, like comparing SA1 to SA2, is like the controls to me. It's like SA1 characters feel a lot more nimble, I say,
Mm-hmm.
feel a bit more responsive. SA2, there's like a bit more weight to the movements. They feel just a little more heftier. And this is just personally like a me problem, but like someone who is like completely used Sonic Adventure 1's controls,
Mm-hmm.
like going to Sonic Adventure 2's controls, notice those little differences and they bug the shit out of you. Gee.
Maybe you need to
Yeah.
get like a second or the third playthrough to tell you. But yeah, that's one of the oldest debates on the internet. Which is the best? Which one is the best Sonic Adventure game? And it's still going to this day.
I mean, I've made my answer clear.
Yeah, you said SA1. Your team SA1. Personally, I think SA2 kind of better. I only played the two once, but I'm kind of leaning towards SA2 because for the most part they cut the fat when it comes to unnecessary play styles. But yeah, Sonic's.
I'll admit they made a lot of improvements. In fact, I think improvements compared to the downgrades, like it's like 2 to 1. No, but again, it's 2 to 1. Like for everything, like for every few changes that they made that were good, there's like one change that kind of irks me.
Yes, I got one in mind.
Yeah.
The what is it called? The Knuckles and Rouge levels.
The treasure hunting stages.
Treasure hunting, yeah.
I think Knuckles and Rouge are like a gameplay style. That's the best control-wise because of the moveset. They really improved on the moveset
Yeah.
for Knuckles and for the treasure hunting stages compared to SA1. So SA1, that was good. Like SA2, you have a lot more like ability options. Like the Jewel Claw,
Yes.
that one's great to use actually. So.
Yes.
And,
The only problem is the lack of a proper radar, I think.
yeah, and pretty sure everyone knows the problem with the radar.
Yeah.
Reiterate like the problem with the radar. The original Sonic Adventure, like it tracked every emerald piece all at once.
Yes.
Sonic Adventure 2, it's only one at a time. Combine that with larger stages, and you see the problem.
Yeah,
Can't
especially
really-
especially what's called Mad Space with the Rouge. That's a pain in the neck.
I've heard like
horror
I've
stories.
heard like horror stories about.
Oh yeah. You didn't finish. You didn't start with Dark Side story.
I haven't started Dark Side yet.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Oh man. But yeah,
So,
yeah, that's the.
but I don't have a problem with the bigger stages themselves. Like really open stages. Like I just finished Pumpkin Hill today, for instance. That's I feel is that's a fun open stage. But like the previous Knuckle stage before that, Wild Canyon, I think that's more ideal. Like it's bigger than SA1, but it's not open like that.
Yeah.
Because Pumpkin. Yeah, so that's like their main issue. Like the radars, that the levels are too big. I feel.
Yeah, too big. The lack of a radar, and also you have to pick them in certain order. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's a downgrade from SA1 somewhat.
And another downgrade another gameplay style that I don't hear a lot of people talking about are the shooting stages.
Ah, with
Let me
the
tell you, I actually love the Tails and Eggman stages. Thing about those is that I think those are actually my least favorite. It's actually my least favorite gameplay style because like
yeah.
in fact it kind of pisses me off. Honestly, because it is such a big downgrade from SA1 Gamma stages.
Gamma.
Like,
Ah, yeah.
the equivalent.
Yeah, I can see that.
So like, yeah, so with Gamma, it's like there's some fluidity to his motion. You know, it feels responsive and all that. You know, it feels good. You know, I
At least there's
can't
no.
describe it very well, but like,
Yeah, but-
Gamma felt good to play as. It's like, here it's just like, oh my god, what did they do to you?
Yeah, but
You
with
were fun before. What happened?
yeah, but the problem with Gamma stages is that they had a time limit. At least with the Tails and Eggman, they didn't have any time limit.
The time limit really isn't an issue in the Gamma stages. Me, like, I mean, of course, for me, I'm good at the game, so like, I know how to go around that. But no, I don't think for any player the time limit should be really an issue. I think the main problem with Gamma's campaign in SA1 is that it's a bit too easy. No, it's a little mindless, but fun, but like a little mindless. That's basically the problem with Gamma's campaign. Here,
Yeah, with the Tails and
Problem-
Eggman sections.
problem with the Tails and Eggman stages are like controls. It's like Gamma felt more fluid in SA1, but equivalent here, the Tails and Eggman stages, they don't really feel that fluid, that responsive.
When you get,
So everyone said that they feel clunky.
did you get the power-ups for Tails?
Not yet. I'm
Cause
currently
yeah.
on the second Tails stage. It's Mission Street.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's the one where they get the booster, right?
I think
Is that
yeah.
it?
I don't remember, but there's it's the gameplay style for Tails and Eggman is a lot more tolerable once you get all the power-ups. There's one that makes you hover and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, I figured, but like, it should feel good like out of the gate, you know.
From the
The
get-go.
Gamma felt decent. You know, Gamma felt nice out of the gate. The controls felt nice for Gamma. Like, I don't know why they couldn't just, take some of the values a bit. I don't know, because I think there's a mod for Sonic Adventure 2 on PC that lets you mess around with like physics values. You can change it back to Gamma's physics values. Well, the
Oh,
Tails and
yeah.
Eggman stages. So that's another thing.
Oh yeah,
That's another thing for the PC. Big thing that like every Sonic fan swears by for like PC port is that like you can't do them like on their own. You can't do the vanilla releases. You have to add mods onto them.
yeah.
because-
I've heard.
Yeah, because they really messed up the ports. Like especially for Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure DX.
Yeah. The models and the graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's mostly on the visual end, but
Yes.
I think it's also a bit on the programming end. Like apparently in the Dreamcast version, like Dreamcast version doesn't have a lot of like the bugginess.
Oh, it doesn't have the same amount of jank like the
the
battle
DX
version.
port.
The DX one, yes. Not
Yeah.
battle, it's DX. Sorry. Uh huh.
Yeah, but for SA2, I did a better job for porting, but apparently there's still some noticeable differences, noticeable downgrades. So, like, there hasn't been enough, hasn't been a whole lot onto those downgrades because, well, they're not really that noticeable, not really that noteworthy, but like, oh, yeah, there's still some graphical issues and all that, some graphical changes, all that.
I think
There's a-
in the graphics department's not all that noticeable. The difference between SA2 and
for
SA2
Sonic
battle.
Adventure-
Yeah, for one, yes. For one, yes. For
Yeah,
two
yeah.
and two battle, yeah, there's not much when it comes to visuals. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good video detailing all the differences by like this one person I watched this video the other day detailing all the differences between like the original release, the GameCube release, the battle version, a PC release. Like there's a video detailing all the downgrades. I think it's from like Pete's Highway, that's their name, their username. They cover a lot of Sonic Adventure stuff. Probably seen like the memes they put out on Twitter. Like
wait.
so they do a lot of edits.
Who are they again?
Speep's Highway.
Speep's Highway. Yeah. I've seen some of their posts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So they made a video detailing like all the downgrades between like all the versions of like Adventure 2. So, so it's an interesting watch. Like, you know, some of them it's like not really noteworthy, not really that much of a deal breaker. It's a lot of lighting issues, a lot of like shading stuff, but like some of it is just odd. Like, I think they changed. I think for like some of the cutscenes, they changed some of the graphics on like computer screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Like those graphics on the computer screens, like they apparently contain like vital information for the plot.
Yeah.
So if you play the GameCube port or PC port, you don't really get that information.
So I've heard.
Unlike Sonic Adventure 1, there really isn't a mod to restore everything. At least I don't think so. It's been a while since I checked up on the modding community for that game, Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
I think last year they started doing level porting. They ported over Emerald Coast last year.
For Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, for Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think you've seen like hacking contest videos from some Johnny. I think
Yes.
we covered that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those. Yeah, the Sonic modding community, the Sonic Adventure modding community is super active. They do everything. There's nothing that.
Especially the Adventure 1 modding community, they're making like huge strides right now. Like actually, I think the biggest development that I've heard from them is that they released like a fully playable version of like prototype version of Windy Valley. And if you go back to that, it's actually really interesting.
Uh huh.
Level design for the prototype Windy Valley is a lot more line with the philosophy, I'd say, for the classic games. You know, there's a lot more focus on like momentum and like hills and all that. You know, all that stuff that's in the classic games.
Oh,
Try to replicate that here.
cool.
The prototype, that's
Yeah, I've seen images of it. Did they recreate it from the ground up, or is it?
I think it's recreated from the ground up using like assets from
Oh,
like another prototype build. I don't know.
interesting.
There's like some other level ports. I've seen a few people port some levels from Sonic Heroes to
Oh.
Sonic Adventure 1. I saw some people port Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace.
Oh,
The adventure controls don't really work well with the Heroes levels because
no.
in Sonic Heroes you're going really fast.
Yes.
But in Sonic Adventure 1 you're going, you know, a bit more slowly, you know, at a more manageable pace. In Sonic Heroes you're going you're going really fast.
You're going fast.
Going fast.
You're going fast. You're going too fast. For heroes.
Yeah, but like I still have fond memories of that game though, even though with all its faults, because you know that's my first Sonic game, so
Oh,
no, I can't really bring myself to hate it.
I understand.
Yeah.
You know, I actually played the game like way back in 2004, 2005, something like that. And you're not gonna guess which. Yes, and you're not gonna guess which one I played, which version.
PS2 version.
PS2.
That's same here. I don't really think I've heard that's like the worst one, the worst version,
Yeah,
because of like some. But
yeah,
everyone says that's the worst version, but no one has explained to me why.
it goes. Frame rate is like 30. The only one that goes 30 and below frame rates.
Oh, yeah.
And some glitches
well,
and bugs.
Well, I guess I never really noticed that stuff when I was younger. I guess I just blocked that out.
Yeah, blocked it out of your memory. No. Yeah, if anyone wants to play Heroes,
Whatever.
if anyone wants to play Heroes, avoid the PS2 version. Don't play that one.
I've heard the GameCube version is better, and
Yeah.
and apparently they also released it on PC. You have to hunt down a copy, but they haven't really released it.
Yeah. Either go with the GameCube or the Xbox version. That's what I've heard. Yeah. I need to give that game a second shot one day, cause I played it.
I need to play that game again as well, because like I used to play that because again that's my first Sonic game, and I used to play that game a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like even more religiously than Sonic Adventure 1.
Oh.
To the point where like it broke my disc. Like the disc got broken.
Oh.
I can pull up, like, if I could find the disc, I can take a picture of it, and like on the backside where, you know, you're supposed to, you know, the console is supposed to read the disc on that side.
Mhm.
You could see like a huge hole on that side, like it's a really huge hole. I played
Oh.
it that much. I think that's, oh god. Played it that much. To the much where it killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic Heroes.
That's okay. We have the digital future. We're living in the digital future now. So, yeah, back to SA2.
Oh god, that was a huge tangent. Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Well, with Melee Mario, we had more than that. I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
apologize, Otis. I love you, dude. But we had a lot of tangents in that episode. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
so-
so back
yeah.
to
SA2.
so
yeah.
you were
Yeah. Here's something we didn't discuss about SA2. What do you think of Chow Garden?
I've never tried it. I'm not. Even then, I don't think I feel I'd be much of a Chow Garden kind of person. No, I don't really do that within that genre. Even though everyone says like you have to do the Chow Garden, like that's the best part. It's like I'm not really into it, so I'm kind of just. I'm not really into that stuff. So I'm really trying it.
Oh,
Even like in Sonic Adventure 1, that also had a Chow Garden.
yes.
I never really played around with it. I mean, I guess I played around with it with a bit just to like try it out. I guess I raised like Chow here and there, put them in races, all that.
Yeah, and SA2, especially the battle, there's also a fighting minigame too, where you have to train your
Yeah, Chow Karate and all that. Yeah.
Yes. And if you train them with enough high levels and stuff like that, you can make them OP.
Yep. Basically.
Yeah, I tried to give it Chow Garden a chance, and I know I gave it some time. It's all right if you want, to take, to wind down, and relax a little bit from completing the main stages and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't find myself being, super addicted to it. I can see its appeal, but I can't find myself, going all out.
That's not for us.
Yeah.
Not for us at all.
Yeah, probably gonna get angry comments. How dare you! Chow Garden's like the best. Whatever. I don't hate it, but but I'm not in love with it. I'm not obsessed with it. It's there.
Yeah, and it's like.
I never completed it. Any of the Chow Garden mini games. If it's your thing, more power to you. But it's a fun little distraction for me. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
The same.
Yeah. I'm surprised Sega didn't make a mobile game out of the Chow Garden concept.
Yeah, that's kind of a missed opportunity.
Definitely. I'm surprised they didn't bring Chow Garden in any sort of kind of capacity for the future games. In general.
Yeah, kind of disappointing. Like, this is like one of I'm around the Sonic community a lot. This is like top 5 things everyone wants. Like Sega is never going to give them alongside Sonic 3 and Knuckles port. Sonic Adventure 3.
Yeah.
So,
Sonic Adventure 3, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, Sonic 06 was technically Sonic Adventure 3 if you think about it.
Yes, some people will deny and disagree,
Some people will die on.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's like.
they're gonna
But
deny.
I still I feel like a return to that style is warranted. I just don't want to call Sonic Adventure 3 because that name alone carries with it a lot of baggage and a lot of expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't want another Sonic 4 on our hands.
No. I'd love for the team, for the Sonic team to return to the adventure formula, but I'm not sure if they can pull it off.
Yeah, that's kind of like the big thing. That's another thing people want. If they're not gonna do Sonic Adventure 3, people want a Sonic Adventure remake. You probably heard that.
Yeah.
And going around.
Yes, yeah. Some rumors are circulating around. I'd welcome a remake if it's pulled. If it's
Here's the thing about a Sonic Adventure 1 remake. Feel like could go 2 ways about it.
Yeah.
No, it's not 2 ways. What am I saying? Thing is, I don't know if people will ever be happy with a Sonic Adventure remake if that ever comes to fruition. Because to actually remake a game, to make it live up to modern standards, you have to pretty much rehaul a whole lot of stuff, and in that process, you kind of lose a lot of the elements, a lot of the charm made people fall in love with Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
That balance is going to be really tough to nail for a Sonic Adventure remake.
Yeah, because for speaking of remakes, the Spyro Reignited is aside from a couple changes here and there, it's mostly faithful to the originals. There's barely any changes from the original games. There's improvements here and there, but they pretty much faithful. But so I'm not sure if they're gonna if Sonic Team gonna do the same with a Sonic Adventure remake or an Adventure 2.
more worried about Sonic Adventure Remake because a lot of the charm comes in like camp, that game, Sonic Adventure, like the campiness, the corniness, the cheesiness, whatever you call it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all the unintentional pieces, like all the unintentional humor that came from that game, like from the cutscene animations and like
Yeah.
sometimes bad voice acting. Let's talk about the voice acting actually.
For SA2.
Yeah, for SA2, and of course everyone knows about the voice mixing again in the cutscenes.
Yes.
They all know that the music is too loud.
I think that problem was amplified for the HD re-releases.
Yeah.
The remasters.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, you
That's
can
why I skipped the cutscenes because I already know everything.
Yeah,
SA2,
yeah.
like
The memes and
that's what
stuff.
you get from
You think you're better than me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll let you eat those words.
You read those words.
I am the
Christ.
coolest. Yeah, that's the problem.
I
They're
don't
gonna
really have much to say about like voice acting in general. Like the voice acting in general is, fine through and through. Like
Yeah.
some
It's-
highlights there, especially with Dean Bristow as Eggman. Like he is, Dean Bristow. Rest in peace. He
Yeah.
is the perfect Eggman to me.
Yeah.
He captures that
Yeah.
perfect balance between like maniacal, hilarious and
Yeah.
menacing. And, I really like Mike Pollock as well.
Same.
He's
Mike
very,
Pollock is
very
fine.
close to- No, Mike Pollock is good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Very close to him.
Yeah, I like
Dean Bristow. And
Dean Bristow is something else. Yeah.
way I make mincemeat out of you. That line has always stuck with me. Oh God.
Yeah, he can make a.
What's the performance?
When he, yeah. Dean Bristow, when he's menacing, he can be really menacing as Eggman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that Mike Pollock can.
Yeah,
can't
that
quite.
growl, that scowl.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I like Mike Pollock. He's great, but it's not exactly the same. That's the problem when they're gonna. If there's a remake for the SA games.
That's another thing. They have to capture the performances again, and it's like, I like the current voice cast a lot. Sometimes I flip flop on them, especially with Craig Smith.
Roger.
I flip flop a lot on Roger's performance as Sonic this past decade because like some of the stuff he's in, he's really good, especially like in the Sonic Boom cartoon.
Yes, he's great.
Yeah. Like a lot of the time, he sounds like like a 30-something surfer dude. I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not.
He probably needs a good voice director, and a good
Probably.
because I don't mind Roger Craig Smith as the Sonic, and an example for a good voice direction is how Jason Griffith started as Sonic. He wasn't as good in Sonic X. He wasn't as good in Shadow the Hedgehog, but around Sonic Unleashed.
Good. That's an understatement. He sucked. And, basically, Jason Griffith, the performance, it kind of blew. Like the early stuff he was in, like Sonic X, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06. It's like the direction they were given, not emote. It's like, I guess maybe not in Sonic X because I saw some clips of Sonic X again recently, and he actually does a fine job in that, but like transition to the games,
Yeah,
Griffith was really rough.
he was
He
fine.
got better though.
Yeah, especially in Unleashed. He was fine in Unleashed, in my opinion.
Always have a soft spot for Ryan because it's a Sonic I grew up with, so
Yeah, there's a bit of a bias.
yeah.
I get it. Same with me when some of the characters in Crash Bandicoot. Like how in the main villain in Crash Bandicoot, Dr. Cortex, is voiced by Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown?
Yeah, Clancy
Yeah.
Brown, but later replaced by Lex Lang. And although I like Lex Lang as the current voice actor of Cortex, I still have a soft spot for Clancy Brown.
But there's a little thing that's kind of been bugging me personally about Ryan, like
Yeah.
going back to his vocal performances, and that's his evolution.
Evolution. Yeah.
The evolution, like we're just gonna go game by game. Sonic Adventure 1 is a lot more calmer, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some times where you can vote. You know, the
Probably the voice direction, because you've heard the
voice
stories.
direction just overall felt pleasant. Then in Sonic Adventure 2, especially in Sonic Heroes, you start to feel that edge. The Sonic Adventure 1 performance is like, oh, he's a chill dude, he's a cool dude.
Oh.
It's like Sonic Heroes, Ryan Drummond's performance in Sonic Heroes. His Sonic sounds like he could kick your ass.
Oh. Yeah, I think.
It's like heavy.
Yeah.
I guess in those performances, the edge was cranked up a bit more, and you could feel that in the vocal performance. But so I kind of missed the vibe he gave off in Sonic Adventure 1. So I kind of kept some of that, like his future performances, like some Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, but like.
So.
Anyways, that's what.
Yeah.
About the voice acting. What else should we talk about?
What else should we talk about? Something in mind?
Yeah, I guess we could talk about like art direction. I don't know.
Art direction.
Well, this is like because this is like the first like, major Sonic game with like which takes place in a more realistic setting with all humans and all that. And thing is, I kind of want to rant about this. Thing is, Sega has always had like, trying to figure out how like Sonic and the human designs should. They first tried going with the realistic angle, and they really leaned into that like a while, like in the adventure era, like Adventure 1, 2, Heroes. Not Heroes. No.
Yeah, there weren't any humans in here.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes.
So Adventure 1, 2, and Shadow, when they were all humans, they went with like, I guess, a more anime-ish art style. It's like realistic, but it's definitely like slightly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Then 06, they went a lot more on that realistic angle. And
they went completely.
100% realistic.
Yeah, what they did to Eggman was horrible.
Into that angle. Oh god.
Yeah, Eggman looked horrible in Sonic 06.
I don't think he looked horrible, really, but like, less than ideal.
Nah, I think I'm glad they refined his. They returned to something closer to the adventure games with Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, and speaking of Sonic Unleashed, the human designs in that game, everyone knows that like they're a lot more cartoony now. They're a lot more exaggerated.
Pixar-y, something like that. I think that's the perfect design for human characters in the Sonic universe.
Yeah, I'd say that's perfect for everything that we have so far, but it's not like perfect. It's not like the ideal Sonic human design. There's still improvement to be made. Like, the problem with that, it's like they could have did this like from the start, because like, oh god, just like, oh man, and like Sega's So like after Sonic Unleashed, Sega's like, oh well, I guess we can't do human designs. I guess we should just cut them out entirely, do the two worlds shtick. Oh, I guess the human world Sonic's world are different, so that we never go back to it or something. Oh no, but it's like the character designer who did the modern redesigns for Sonic and the Gang did human designs for Billy Hatcher, and it's like designs for that game worked really well.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah, Billy Hatcher.
Yuji Okawa did character designs for Billy Hatcher as well. The human design. He designed humans for that game, and like the art style for that game could work really well for Sonic. It's like perfect human art style, and Sega has never thought to contact him and say, "Oh, we need some human designs or something." It's like,
That's the problem with Team Sonic. They're really inconsistent when it comes to a lot of this stuff.
yeah.
Inconsistency in lore, inconsistency in gameplay, inconsistency in writing, whatever. They really need fresh.
God.
They really need fresh new blood.
And they need to stop working on Sonic all the damn time.
Yeah, they probably need a break.
Just nice game, do Samba de Amigo or something. Just like a gun, just and use your franchises more. And two, let your biggest team, your most well-known team, work on something that isn't the same franchise.
Yeah, give them a
Oh
break.
God, it's so
Give them a
Give
break.
them a break. Let them work on something else.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure everyone is so tired on working on this series for like 20 years straight.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard many of the Sonic team either moved with working either on with a Nintendo or Square Enix,
Yeah, exactly.
which is why for Sonic Forces they weren't. That's why the level designs weren't as great because the original level designers weren't there anymore.
Exactly. But I hope the next game is good.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the big plight of the Sonic game. The big plight of the Sonic fan. Will the next game be good? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's either gonna be a disaster, or it's either gonna be a mediocre. Meh.
Or is it actually gonna be good?
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So I think that's about it for. SA2. That's something else. Oh, can we talk about the soundtrack?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so I know many people prefer the SA1 soundtrack because it's a lot more. There's a lot more variety. SA2, I think they're great. I mean, I think they focus a little bit more on rock with Jun Sonoe's guitar playing and stuff like that. There's a lot less sitar than SA1. I think only you hear than Mission Street with Tails. But there's a lot more. There's a lot less variety, but it's a good soundtrack overall. I like it. I like.
Yeah, but of course I'm like. Yeah, but of course I'm one of those guys who prefers the SA1 soundtrack because the reasons you gave. That, it has more variety and stuff. That and I feel it's more memorable. There's a lot more good. I'd rather listen like Sonic Adventure 1 soundtracks than like Sonic Adventure 2 soundtracks, like most Sonic Adventure 2 soundtracks. Both Sonic Adventure 2 tracks.
Yeah, there's a lot less variety. I think they tried to go with a more consistent sound direction or something like that. Music direction or something like that. I think that's what they were aiming with the soundtrack.
Yeah, I suppose they succeeded on that front, but probably just me. I just prefer, preferences nowadays.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I can't decide which one is the best when it comes to soundtrack. They're all great in their own right. They're all great and cheesy in their own right.
All good shit.
Oh yeah.
Good shit.
Oh yeah. I should probably ask you this: Live and Learn or Open Your Heart?
Oh god, that's a tough one.
Same. I can't decide between them. Although, actually, I lean a little bit to Live and Learn.
And again, I'm just gonna go lean on SA1. Open Your Heart is actually good. So.
I like Open Your Heart, but I'm leaning a little bit towards Live and Learn. But they're both
Live
great.
and Learn is more iconic, but like I feel Open Your Heart is like it's just all preferences because they're both great. Like I feel for really different reasons. Like I feel Open Your Heart is less butt rocky, and more like rock ballad, I guess, or rock opera, I guess, more of that sort of vibe. While Live and Learn is just more rock.
Yeah,
It's like that.
yeah.
You know, both are great, but like, you know,
I think it's
I think
yeah.
I just prefer open your heart for that.
I think it comes down to personal preference.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
something else about the soundtrack, the character theme songs. Personally, as much as I love the SA2 soundtrack, I prefer the character theme songs from SA1.
Yeah, same. Absolutely.
Especially, especially Knuckles' theme. Unknown from.
Gemma's theme is really underrated, actually.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one too. I think I've heard a vaporwave remix of it once. Even made it even
Of course you
cooler.
have.
Yeah. No.
Of course you have.
When it comes to character theme songs, I prefer the ones from SA1. SA2 is a little bit less memorable in my opinion. Except for Eggman's theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eggman's theme is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. That's an understatement.
Although I prefer the Shadow the Hedgehog remakes, even
Yeah,
though
that remix is pretty good.
yeah, even though it's I think in the game itself it only plays during cutscenes.
Again, I haven't really played Shadow the Hedgehog in a
Same.
long time.
I never played.
I really don't want to go back to play it. That's like, even as a kid, I felt like, oh, this game isn't really that good.
Ugh. No, I've never played Shadow the Hedgehog, and I have no plans to play that one. I skipped that one.
Yeah, I have no plans. I don't really want to revisit that myself. Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't want to, go back and play like the bad Sonic games. Like Shadow the Hedgehog, 06, Rise of Lyric, Forces, because like I don't want to waste my time with them.
Nah. Yeah. Ain't
And
nobody
so
gonna
just
do that.
skipping out on all those, not playing them in my lifetime. Everything I've heard on the internet, I'm good.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just good with everything I've heard on the internet. I don't need to try them.
Yeah, that's why I skipped Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06.
Yep.
Nope. Not gonna bother with these two. Especially Shadow the Hedgehog. I have to beat the game like 10 times to get the real ending and whatever.
Oh god, I pretty sure this was just me being an idiot as a kid, but I could not figure out how the moral system worked and morality system worked in Shadow the Hedgehog. I could not figure that out as a kid, and like I think that's partly why I didn't like it at the time. It felt so different, and it's like you're constantly shifting objectives, and it's like confusing from my real brain. It's like too much information, and I don't know how to switch between them. Even though it's like, looking back now, it's like, oh wow, you were a fucking idiot for not figuring out.
Nah, it's complicated. It could be complicated for a little kid.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I just want to go to the gold ring, damn it! Why couldn't it be that simple? Oh, no.
They experimented too much with that game. Anyway, so yeah, I guess with SA2, I think that's about it for SA2. We talked about it plenty. Like I said, stories over the top, increases in terrorist activities and stuff like that. Shadow the Head and I think also for Shadow's design in the original SA2 when he was called Tilios or something like that.
Terios.
Yeah, yes.
I remember he looked a lot more like Sonic, and like, and he was called Terios.
He was missing an eye and stuff like that.
Yeah, looked a lot more like Sonic too. So like,
Yeah,
I guess that plot points made a little more sense, but like,
yeah.
even then, I kind of, even then to like defend that plot point, like, the government couldn't have confused Sonic and Shadow. They look different. They have.
Yeah, the different quills, they're not the same.
But I mean, like, in the moment, like, you have to consider, like, in the moment, like, could have confused them. So, like, just that's my defense. It's like, it's not a very good defense. It's like, no, this is off the cuff. I can't really think of a good defense now.
And here's another aspect that, I'm not sure how they're gonna, keep that if in a theoretical remake.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of how they're gonna explain it. I mean, maybe a blurry camera footage or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, probably. So yeah, this makes me want to get back to the Sonic Adventure games one day. I only played them once, but I need to give them a second shot. Because they have their issues of jank and stuff like that, but overall, at the end of the day, they're still fun 3D platformers.
Yeah, they're all pretty good games.
Yes, definitely.
Even if I feel mixed on SA2, and like I didn't really mention it all that much aside from the beginning, where it's like, oh, I didn't really like it that much compared to Sonic Adventure 1. It's like still like decent game. It's still an okay game to me. It's like, again, expectations and all that. So it's like everyone said it's either one of the best or one of the worst, and it's like it's fine. I see why people like it.
Maybe with a second or third playthrough.
And maybe if I ever decide to go back to it after this playthrough.
Yeah, perhaps.
Right now, I'm not really feeling it.
That's fine. Usually, I don't like playing a game I go for a second playthrough right after I finish a game. I give it like 6 months, if not a year or two. That's my mentality when it comes to replaying games. The shortest period I ever went with Sonic Mania. I think I played it once on the PS4 and then I played Plus on the Switch. I think there was like six or 7 months between the first playthroughs.
Yeah, I played through Mania a lot, both vanilla version and the Plus version on as well. So I did multiple playthroughs with all the characters. Sonic alone, Sonic and Tails, Tails alone, Knuckles alone, Mighty, Ray. I did playthroughs for all of those, and don't think I ever finished playthrough for the Encore mode.
Same.
Don't think I. Yeah. I think I might have, but I don't think I got the Chaos Emerald. All that because the special stage, the Encore mode are especially difficult. It's like much for my bean brain to handle.
Okay. Anyway, I think that's about it for SA2.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we went a little too long and had a few tangents here and there. So let's, before we end this, let's go to some questions. This is something we've never done in the previous episode of this podcast. So let's start taking some questions. Let's go. I've asked my what little audience I have to leave me questions on the community tab on YouTube and on my Twitter. So let's see what we got. Let's start with the community tab. This one from Harry Skingle. Shout out to Harry Skingle. He's the guy who designed the logo and the end card for this podcast. Great guy, by the way. His question is, what game from your past would you love to see get the remaster remake treatment? Mine would be Stubbs the Zombie. That's his choice, Stubbs the Zombie. But what about you? What game would you like to see get the remaster remake treatment?
Well, the thing is, I actually like to see more bad games get remade. That's my principle in general because there's no specific game right now that I want to get remade. I mean, I guess there's that Sonic Adventure remake that we talked about, but even then, after thinking about it through, I don't really want it. I'm perfectly happy with the original Sonic Adventure, and it's yeah, I'd be glad if people had a better alternative to play the original Sonic Adventure in better form compared to the most easily accessible version right now. Currently available, and that's the PC version. You have to get mods and all that for it to actually make it close to the Dreamcast original, which is better version apparently. So I don't really have any good games on my mind that's deserve the remastered treatment, the remake treatment. What I want to see are bad games getting remade. So I guess like, I don't fucking know. PUBG 3D. I want to see a PUBG 3D remake. I don't know.
With
remake the bad games. Remake the whole PUBG trilogy.
Oh, that
So
game.
PUBG 1, PUBG 2, PUBG 3D. Make those and make them actually good.
With a competent development team, maybe. Who knows? If anyone's interested, I don't know.
I guess. Again, it's like no one's interested in remaking bad games because the original game sucked. No one isn't really a demand for it. That's why no one wants to remake bad games.
When it comes to remakes of good games, there's a lot of expectations. Not the same when it comes to bad games.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna go with the Ape Escape trilogy. These were these games, they're close to my heart. I love them. They're great 3D platformers. They were on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2, but after the third one, they just stopped. And I'm really wish to see Sony acknowledge their existence, other than just some Japanese Twitter account posting pictures or whatever. Yeah, just
heard about all that.
Just keep teasing us.
Yeah.
Just remake or remaster the series. Come on. You have the rights. It's not like with Crash and Spyro.
Oh god, yeah.
I hope yeah. I really want to see that series revived because they're great 3D platformers.
Yeah, I've heard about all of them. Ape Escape trilogy. I've only played Ape Escape 3. There was like a pirated copy of the Japanese version. My old PS2. So like, I got it at like some random game store at the mall, and didn't even have the. I don't think I actually bought it. I think it was given to me. It was a hand-me-down from someone else, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, so it was a pirated copy of the Japanese version.
I got the American version.
Yeah, I feel I could understand what was going on easily, but like, even if the control scheme was like kind of unorthodox, like, what's going on here? Why isn't X jumping?
Yeah. That was actually from the first game. It was the first game that playing with
the first game
with the DualShock mandatory.
Yes. DualShock controllers, 2 sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little, like I said, unorthodox. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually great. It's manageable.
I figure.
And I'd like to see it get an HD/4K treatment of some sort. Because these are really underrated series. # Apes will escape. Anyway. So, okay. Next question is from, we're gonna switch to Twitter. This one from Gumshoe Gamer, a good friend of mine. It says, his question is, what is a game that impacted your childhood?
No, of course. I'm gonna answer first, I guess, so...
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, the predictable answer for me would be a Sonic game. So, of course, I already mentioned Sonic Heroes. That was my first Sonic game. First Sonic game I ever played. When I first saw that game at like my cousin's house, like years ago when I was like 5 or 6, it blew my fucking mind. Like, I guess I could say Sonic Heroes, but like I don't want to give the predictable answer. At the same time, I can't really think of anything else at the top of my head. So
it's okay if you want to go with Heroes.
I guess Sonic Heroes would be my answer. Even though that's like the most predictable answer coming from me, like, I picked a Sonic game. Or, like, I picked a Sonic game for her answer. Oh no! She is so predictable.
Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. For me, I'm gonna go with Tekken 2. Because that was the first PlayStation 1 game I've seen with my own eyes back when I was a kid. back in like '96. I saw it on my cousin's PlayStation, and it blew my mind. Like, wow, 3D game? And it's a fighting 3D game, and it's running, and it's one of the few PS1 games that run at 60 FPS. So it really blew my mind. Oh wow, it looks realistic. Obviously, it doesn't look as good. It's an improvement over the first game, but yeah, I was gonna go with Crash Bandicoot, but to me, obviously, Tekken 2. That's the game that made me say I want to have a PlayStation. Because before that, I wasn't really into video games. So yeah, when I was 10 years old, I saw that gameplay of Tekken 2. I was like, yeah, I want to have a PlayStation. I want to become a video game enthusiast. I must have a Tekken 2 and a PlayStation. And yeah, so yeah, I'd say Tekken 2, a good fighting game, but not the best in the series. Many will agree that 3 is the best one from the 3 was the best one from the PS1 era. So yeah, that's my answer. Okay, we're switching back to community tabs. We're gonna answer the final question. Where is it? Okay, so this one from someone you know. This one from Ellie Mae.
Oh god.
Yeah, she said, which 3D Sonic game has the best controls, and why is it not as good as Sonic Robo Blast 2?
God.
I'm gonna let you answer that one.
Okay, so like, if we're talking official Sonic games, then like, yeah, Sonic Adventure 1. I guess it's a cross between Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Generations for like the best controls.
Yeah.
For official Sonic games, but like, again, I guess I'm not really qualified to answer why it isn't better than Sonic Robo Blast 2, because I haven't played the most recent build of Sonic Robo Blast 2. So I have like one of the older builds, like laying around on one of my laptops.
Didn't they recently switch to 3D models?
I think that was a mod.
Oh, okay.
That they're still using sprites.
Oh, okay.
The vanilla version. But with I think with a mod, or like you switch to the OpenGL version, I don't really know. But yeah, I think there's a mod that lets you switch to 3D models.
Oh, because I'm really impressed by the fact that this game, not only is it a 20-year-old fan game, it's originally using the classic Doom engine. It was a Doom mod originally.
Yeah, that's crazy actually.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I've never played it myself, but from what I've seen, it looks great for a fan game.
Yeah, Sonic Robo Blast 2 is pretty good, but I've never really gotten far in it because this is like the only Sonic game that makes me feel motion sick.
Is it?
I guess so.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because as good as like the level design and all that is, the controls and all that, I guess it's like kind of feels a little disorienting because it's like it's a third-person game that feels a little like a first-person game. You can still feel those first-person
camera movements.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Regarding camera movements, I think you could do it with a mouse, but like the default control is just keyboard, so there's like regular camera controls, but like I don't know, it's something about the camera. It makes me feel motion. It's just like it's a third-person game, but still feels like a little bit of that first-person roots.
Well,
no. Combine that with the speed and all that, it's just like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel sick sometimes when I play it. I haven't really gotten far in it, but like, what I have played is pretty good, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, honestly, I've never played it, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Sonic team adapted in a Mania fashion of some sort. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of potential with that one. I'd love to see it get an official release someday. You know, as a a special successor of some sort.
I'd love to see like them actually to the point where they can say, "Yep, we're finished with this. We're done. No more updates. We're finally done." I'd love to see that point.
Who knows? They've been going for more than 20 years now.
Nobody knows when they will stop. It will continue to the end of time. Even after the heat death of the universe, there will still be people developing Sonic Roboblast 2. It's like one of the universal constants. You know, stars burn, you know, comets fly, asteroids fly, you know, gravity and all that. You know, all those universal constants. And like the biggest universal constant, Sonic Roboblast 2 will always be in development, no matter what.
Yeah, that's dedication from the fan community.
Have you seen the first one? First Sonic Roboblast?
Yeah, it's like a flash game or something, like an amateur. I don't know why Roboblast 2 was called that, because there's no relation between the two whatsoever.
And it's like MS Paint shit.
Yeah.
Again,
What's awful?
and I bring that up because I saw on Twitter the other day, even today even, like there's a group of people out there like making a new update for that game that completely overhauls it, like makes it a full-blown classic Sonic game.
Yeah, I've heard that. I was like, why? I mean,
go follow Team Earless for that update. A huge new update for Sonic Roboblast 1.
who?
I think they're called the Earless Team. I think they're named after that because the Sonic sprite, like original Sonic Roboblast, had no ears.
Oh, okay.
They just called them Earless Sonic.
Earless Sonic.
That's where it came from, Earless.
Oh, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that project. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make it to Sage or Sonic Hacking Contest or something like that.
I think they're gonna make it to Sage actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it to Sage. Because, you know, I haven't been keeping up with the Sonic fan game community as much lately, which is weird because I used to be really into it. Like, not even a year ago, I was even trying to make my own Sonic fan game.
Yeah, with Ryan, yeah.
And Ryan and Ali were going to do like music for it, all that. You know, it was mostly just me, and I figured out that the process of making the fan game, that I sucked in level design and programming. Couldn't program new gimmicks to save my life. And new elements and all that. So, kind of just gave up on it. So it's kind of sad. Like, oh well.
It was a learning experience, I believe, right? You learned something from it.
I did some cool pixel art stuff for that. I kind of want to release the files for it, like the old files, just to see, just for people to see what I've done, what I've completed so far. I don't know if people still remember that. I don't know if people still remember that I was working on it.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if people would care.
I remember it was pinned on near Twitter.
Yeah.
So.
It was pinned on there for a while. It was going to be like the next big thing. Then it just kind of died.
Oh well. Live and learn.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, so I guess that's about it for the questions. Yeah. Wow. This is gonna be like 2 hours long. We've been doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
You still gotta edit it down and everything. So,
yeah. Of course.
It's just gonna be like under 2 hours.
Who knows?
It'll be a long one. Wow.
Maybe. So anyway, that was the episode. We had a lot of fun. A lot of side tangents. Talking about hedgehog.
I feel this went better than I expected. I was really nervous going in, but like,
Yeah,
so
see?
this was fun.
See,
Like,
I told you. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll make it back in a future episode. Who knows? Because
yeah, I'd love to join in for another episode.
we'll see. Because like I said, there's no stable schedule for this podcast. So yeah, before we go, where can we find you on the internet?
I have a YouTube channel that's Palette.
Yes.
So just regular old Palette. I used to go by Palette Blockhead.
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably search that up and still find my channel that way. It's just regular old Palette. Me. So I don't go by Palette Blockhead anymore. It's just Palette now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find me on Twitter as well. That's where I'm most active.
Twitter, yes.
That's at paper_rag. At paperrag. So you could follow me. Yeah, you could follow me there. I mostly just retweet stuff. I want to post more like art and animation stuff because I don't really post that sort of stuff on here because this lockdown has been kind of killing my motivation this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still I want to post more. I want to make more stuff, and hopefully after this episode, I could get the motivation to start working again, start doing more creative stuff, and start posting more on there. So hopefully, by the time this episode goes up, the problem could probably be rectified, and could get back to work and start doing like all sorts of animation stuff. I can post it on my Twitter and all that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll follow you there.
Yeah,
So yeah. What else?
And also regarding my YouTube, I also said that I post video essays there and all that, retrospectives and all that. I've got a few more videos planned out. So
Cool.
it's like more focused on like what I'm interested in. That's animation. So like the animation process, animation production. So hopefully there'll be a few videos on that really soon. If I could, I actually already got a script planned out and everything. Like one video.
Excellent.
I just got formatted and stuff. It's like just got formatted a bit and stuff, and it should be good to go for recording. And hopefully, if I'm not lazy, the video should be done on the channel pretty soon, like a few weeks.
Cool. Maybe it'll be. Who knows? Maybe it'll be out before this episode is out.
Yeah, maybe, I guess, but
Who knows?
I wouldn't count on it.
We'll see.
I'm a lazy fuck.
Anyway, so that's about it for this episode of Backlog Banter. We had a lot of fun. I found a lot of games to talk about. And yeah, I think that's about it. So until then, guys, talk to you later. This is SerialK and Palette signing off. Later. Bye.